Uh, Hello, this is the group of Andrew Samuels,
Pranav
and Jaden Slocum.
and we're doing our presentation, multimedia presentation on superheroes and how they don't really fix the root of the problem. They just stop and patch older ones that just get worse over time. So first, we chose our first multimedia portion to be a photograph. And through a photograph, we tried to show a scenario where the hero and the villain enter a cycle where it doesn't end. So our first media is Jaden acting as the hero, me as the villain, and Pranav as the one to take over my role as villain once Jaden has finished apprehending me. And so through Jaden apprehending me, he has started the cycle where the hero will stop the villain after the villain is put away. Then Pranav in the background with the hood on will be taking over my role after I have been stopped. And this cycle will continue until the hero has retired from his duties or been succeeded by a different hero. And the villain will continue to go after they've been taken away and then take over for the new person.
The second multimedia picture is a comic, and the comic shows a very simple story of the classic superhero story. The story starts off with the future hero losing their loved one due to the villain. Once the hero loses their loved one, the hero goes into a state of grief and mourning. Through mourning, the hero starts training and gaining power to one day avenge the death of their loved one. Through this, they truly become a hero. The villain, without having a hero to stop them, starts to focus on other things such as starting a family or building connections. One day, the hero will avenge their loved one, and they will bring justice by defeating and taking in the villain. However, since the villain has started a life of his own, people in the villain's life will be affected by the loss of the villain being taken in. With the hero avenging their loved one, they are able to focus on other things, such as starting a family. The people in the villain's life will want revenge and will end up taking revenge and killing the hero. With the heroes, that the story starts again from panel 1 and continues. The hero and villain are stuck in a cycle, neither side truly solving the root of the problem.
And next with the Twitter profile. So here we have the profile as you see, and you can see with the first tweet that the hero captures and arrests a local gang member of the city, and essentially throughout time, as he is capturing more and more villains, he believes he is able to protect all citizen individuals. But later, he questions his ability and thinks to himself why more villains are approaching and coming to the city. Over a period of time, he realizes that there's a cycle of actions taking place where he is able to detain a villain, but he knows that another will come back soon. This therefore proves the reasoning why the issue was never resolved relating to a hero's duty of protecting a city.
Uh, this is a drawing, and this drawing is a symbolic drawing that represents the cycle of a superhero story. The cycle starts off with either the hero or the villain gradually gaining power, and once either hero or villain reaches their peak, they gradually become less powerful due to the lack of a challenge when they're at their peak. When the hero or villain starts to lower their guard and become more comfortable, the opposition starts to gain more power and eventually overtakes the other. Once they overtake the other, they start rising to the top, and then once again they start to become become comfortable, and the cycle starts again. Neither the hero or the villain solves the issue, and they're stuck in this cycle.
And that is our presentation. Any questions?